Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with match number 4 with our Jund Cerberus. This is an awkward hand. We're going to keep it though. We'll just get destroyed if we're going up against any hyper-aggressive deck. Blue, just a regular island. Have not a clue what this is. We will just start off with I think just a Llanowar Waste. And I don't want to be cracking any fetch lands yet because we don't want to be getting rid of any lands we want to draw into. Double Whispered Elementals, Jeskai. So Jeskai is going to be rough, especially with the turn 2 Jace. They just get so much card advantage. I'm hoping Whisperwood Elemental can get us there. That was probably the best draw that we could have ever drawn into. And I'm just going to get a basic Forest. And we'll carry Tid. And then we can Surrock after that. And then Surrock Underworld Cerberus is a very powerful draw. Hangerback Walker for 1. The Hangerback, see, that's what I like about this deck is Hangerback's quite weak. Here we'll just get we'll get a red source. And now he's going to be forced to do something with Surrock. We do need to draw a land next turn. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck. He could stoke the flames on Surrock and kill Surrock. It's just going to be Raise the Alarm. So this actually looks like more of a Tokens of Jeskai Ascendancy. And here's the stoke the flames on the Surrock. So desperately need to draw into that. Land here. And we miss it. So it's just be a Generator Servant. Pass the turn. If he has any sort of removal spell, we're in terrible shape. Oh yeah, he can just flash back now with Jace flipping over. So block one of them. See what he decides to do with Jace. I think that's what he does. He gives flashback. No, wow, he used it on the Generator Servant. And just decides to go with the Horthing Outburst, but I don't even know. We have to go Whisperwood Elemental here. We can make him discard a card and get back a Surrock. So let's see here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana, so we could go Underworld Cerberus and kill Jace. No, we couldn't because he could block. I do still think it's just going to be Whisperwood Elemental. And not going to attack in. He would lose just a Hangerback Walker and 2 goblins. He really has another stoke in his hand. That's rough. Okay. And he gets to put a Hangerback Walker. She's out of cards though, but with Jace up to a 6 and being able to cast back anything, I think that this is pretty much going to be game. We have to hit that land. It's going to be a Dig Through Time or a Treasure Cruise. Really good top deck. Fills back up his hand. And he'll be able to swing in with the team. We block one of them. And see if we can hit that land. He can flash back a Treasure Cruise next turn pretty easily. Another Horthing Outburst. I don't think we're coming out of this one. Land off the top. No, that is going to be game. We had to. Well, I can Kolaghan's Command and make him discard a card, but I don't think it's that. Discards a card. Oh, I could return a card and discard a card. So we'll return, I think at this point, just a Whisperwood Elemental and make him discard a card. But again, I don't think that we're going to pull through with all these Goblin tokens. Just another Treasure Cruise. I mean, no skin off his teeth. Yeah, I'm just going to go on to the next game. There's no way we're coming out of this. I think that's actually lethal. So, Temur Battle Rage actually seems pretty good here to go through tokens. Shaman doesn't seem very good. Guild can take care of his Hangerback Walker. I actually like Guild here. Well, he's got a lot of just tokens. It's just going to be Jeskai tokens. So I'm thinking Thoughtseize is decent. A lot of Stokes in his deck. World Render is just going to be too weird with Stoke the Flames running around. I'm going to bring in the one of Temur Battle Rage. I don't think the Xenagos has a chance of surviving here. So I'm not going to change much. Revelation drawing a lot of cards. I don't see... Like, Guild can take care of Jace. We're bringing a Shamanic Revelation. And maybe take out a... No, I think Surok... Yeah, Surok's kind of weird too because of the Stokes. Take out a Surok. Let's submit this. Alright, yes, I'd like to play first. It seems alright. It's slow again. I don't know where our ramp is. We're having trouble getting that ramp. Opponent has to mulligan to 6. We'll go ahead and start off with just a forest. And we do have the Kolaghan's Command to kill off his Jace. And it will be on time as well. And that's very, very relevant to this matchup, is to take care of Jace. The Kolaghan's Command is just insane card advantage. Love the card. Seen a lot of play now in Modern. And I think we will just Wooded Foothills here. We can actually just go grab another forest. No, at this point we need to get a red source for next turn. So I would like him to play Jace. I mean, it's a little early for Kolaghan's Command. So we need to do 2 damage. So he discards a card and kills Jace. And it's a Mystic Monastery, so you must have enough lands. We'll be able to Surok next turn, and then Underworld Cerberus after that. So again, we're in pretty good shape. Hordeling Outburst, yep. I thought a Hordeling Outburst would come out. And there's a Temur Battle Rage. That's just even... better. Now you could Stoke the Flames and kill off Surok. A Roast. We'll get out Cerberus next turn. Down to a 15. But this guy survives the Roast. Does not survive like any sort of exile spell like a Banishing Light. I think we'll put out another Cerberus next turn. Now we could have like another Roast. Here's a Treasure Cruise. All right. Nothing. Okay, so we can actually Thoughtseize here. I didn't need to actually ping myself last turn. I just realized We'll Thoughtseize. And he's going to stoke the flames me. And we'll take the Hordeling Outburst. And we'll just cast another Cerberus. Should win this one. Can't block. He needs to read Underworld Cerberus. Goes to a 13. And unless he gets something like incredibly amazing next turn, he's dead. So, did he draw Stoke the Flames? No, okay, so he's just bluffing a little bit. We'll attack with both. Or everything. And the Teamer Battle Ray should get him. Alrighty, so once again we'll go back on to the sideboard. This is where I'd love to have any sort of Drown in Sorrow. I said I was going to bring in Drown in Sorrow or Languish or something like that, and then I decided against it. I think this deck probably does want to Languish. Yeah, I still don't think the Xenagos is very good versus Stoke the Flames. I think our best chance is just to get out a quick Whisperwood Elemental, even though Whisperwood dies to Stoke the Flames as well. This is not a keepable hand. I think we have to mulligan it. No ramp, a lot of high drops. This is a little bit better, but still pretty bad. We have no way to interact with Jace. If he does have a Jace, we will pretty much be... And that was a terrible draw. Would have been great if we would have had a black source. Love to draw into a Whisperwood Elemental. There's the Jace. Blessing Mire at least allows us to go get a black. We will go to black, and I still think it's going to be a Generator Servant, though. But Jace is just going to probably be too rough for us to deal with. He'll be able to find exactly what he needs for the Generator Servant. Rattleclaw Mystic, I think that we still do Rattleclaw here. I could do Rattleclaw and Thoughtseize. Oh, I forgot about that stupid card. That gets it out of there, though. I should have Thoughtseize first. And we'll morph over a Rattleclaw rather than Thoughtseize. We do need a Thoughtseize out of Treasure Cruise. Finding a Dragonlord Atarka with Seethe Unwritten would be very, very good. But he's going to be able to continue to loot. Find more ammo in his graveyard for the Treasure Cruise, or the Dig Through Time. But he gets rid of a Hordeling Outburst. That means everything in his hand is a lot more powerful. Let's see. So we can still Thoughtseize plus see the Unwritten, I believe. No, we can't. But I need to hit a Dragonlord Atarka. Or an Underworld Cerberus would be fine too. Yikes. Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, I was like, I think we're pretty good without counter magic, and then forgot he had a because of the dissolve. But yep, Disdainful Stroke came in from the sideboard. Pretty much going to seal the deal here. I don't think we can do anything against a Jace now that can go crazy. So does he have something he can cast to hit this Rattleclaw? We'll at least get to see. There's another See the Unwritten. I think we have to cast it again and hopefully he doesn't have another Disdainful Stroke. And there's Dragonlord Atarka. Is that better than Whisperwood, though? Yeah, it is. It 100% is better than a Whisperwood. Well, he's got the Valorous Stance, though. Okay. That's... ends up not being... Jeez. Got all the anti-cards this time. Need to avoid him having like a Treasure Cruise. And there's a Treasure Cruise. Just a very efficient deck. This is another matchup that I think is pretty hard. I'd love to hit a Underworld Cerberus off the top. Now we can Thoughtseize. I guess Thoughtseize isn't the greatest versus a deck that goes through like Treasure Cruises. And here we just get rid of the Ojidai's Command. Because we need a Underworld Cerberus to hit. And that's basically the only thing. He's going to stoke me for 4. Surprised he killed the Rattleclaw. I would have just stoked me. He's got another Stoke the Flames. There's the Jeskai Ascendancy. He's going to keep pumping up the Jace. So here's where we need to hit an Underworld Cerberus. He'll Valor Stance it, but then I get everything back. Yeah, we need it. Absolutely, that's the only thing we could have done is hit that. Another Jeskai Ascendancy. He has one more Stoke the Flames in his hand, which is so lethal with just even a soldier. Surok is just weak. I still think we cast it, though. Even though it's going to get stoked. Or Valor Stanced. I think you can just win here with a Stoke the Flame. Possibly. He should be flashing back a Treasure Cruise here. Yep. Or just has another one in his hand. And little soldier doing 5 damage. I'm wishing I would have pinged that off. I need to hit a Cerberus, and I think that's the only thing I can hit. Yeah, that's game. He's got a Stoke in hand. Alrighty, so this deck ended up not doing very well. We just got wrecked by the metagame. I think that Languish is good to run again. Drown in Sorrow's Languish. It's just such a cycle in this field. You'll see decks like this, Jeskai Ascendancy tokens, completely vanish. You won't see it for months at a time, and then come back, and then it looks like Mono Red is everywhere. Mardu is back, so Time to pack the Drown in Sorrows, Languishes, Anger of Gods again. And Doomwake Giants, especially Doomwake Giants, is incredibly powerful against these type of strategies. We could easily put a Doomwake Giant in the sideboard. I think that might be better than a Languish. I mean, what do we really care about killing in the sideboard of this? But there was our Ode to Underworld Cerberus. You saw why it probably didn't see much play throughout its time in Standard. I think the biggest problem with Underworld Cerberus was it just got outclassed by other cards. Red-black was just such a weird color combination, and none of the red-black strategies really wanted Underworld Cerberus. And then with cards that so many exile cards, you got rid of one of the huge advantages on Underworld Cerberus, and then it cannot be blocked except by 3 more creatures, end up not being the greatest thing to do in Standard. So we're pretty bummed that we didn't get to see at least one more good showing with Underworld Cerberus. It was I think, a really, really cool design card. I really wish that it was said when it left the battlefield rather than died. I think flavor-wise that would have worked, and then it would have been a lot more playable. Or if they didn't want you to abuse it with you bouncing it, maybe if it said an effect your opponent controls caused Underworld Cerberus to leave the battlefield, because then you would be open to, you couldn't sacrifice it yourself, which I don't really use that in a lot of my builds by sacrificing the Underworld Cerberus. You want your opponent to kill it. Then it would have been if your opponent bounced it, if your opponent exiled it, if your opponent did anything to it, then you'd get everything back, and I think it would have saw a lot more play. So hopefully they design a card that's similar to Cerberus, but has that leaves the battlefield clause. Generator Servant just is way too hostile to run right now. A 2-drop that's a 2/1. It's going to die by every Wild Slash and Lightning Strike, and you're going to be very, very rough, or very, very tough to get that advantage out of Generator Servant. But still, I think Generator Servant was a pretty sweet design in a card. I want to see it play in Modern. Like, I'm still looking at a Fecundity deck or like a Cheerios-based deck with the Generator Servant and cards like Wild Cantor. So we'll go on to our next top 10 list, and we'll have that probably tomorrow, and then we'll start getting into Zendikar spoilers. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Rogue Deck Builder. If you'd like to support Rogue Deck Builder, I highly encourage buying a playmat by clicking the link to your left. Also, if you enjoyed these top 10 videos, click on the top 10 icon to see the full playlist. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.